'Tis well bethought you come today, when all are happy and content. For, Doctor, you were true to us in days of evil and lament. How many are one stand here alive, whom your dear father's excellence plucked from the fever's fearful grip, making an end to pestilence. And you, a young man in those days, took every plague house in your round. They bore the corpses out, but you came from those places safe and sound, endured what men are testify, our help below helped from on high. To him preserve good health, good will, and may he live to help us still. Nay, bow yourselves to him above, who helps and teaches in his love. What feelings, sir, your heart must realize to see the tribute of the wondering crowd. Happy the man commanding such a prize by gifts with which his genius is endowed. The father shows you to his little son, and where you walk the people stand and stare. The eager wonder seizes everyone. The fiddler pauses and the dance is done, and the people cheer and hats fly in the air. A little more and down they kneel, almost as if the priest had raised the sacred host. Not far above us lies that ledge of stone, our quietest rest from walking will be there. Here, pensive, I have often sat alone, and searched my heart in fasting and in prayer. So rich in hope of lofty faith possessed, with sighs and tears and wringing of my hands, I sought their force from heaven's high command, the termination of the raging pest. And now this praise means mockery and blame. If only you could read within my soul how little sire or son can truly claim the virtues that these simple folk extol. My father worked with honor none too clear, pouring on nature and her dark dominion in ardent sorrow, with a mind sincere, yet crossed with cranks and obstinate opinion. In company of choice practitioners, he tended cauldrons of the midnight crew. From countless secret recipes, these sirs concocted fearful things of foulest brew. Then a red lion, eager his love to claim, was mated to the lily warmly brewed, and both subjected to the open flame. From bridal to fresh bridal bower pursued. They thereupon in dazzling hues descried the queen of beauty in the glass immured. That was the physic. True, their patients died, but no one ever asked them who was cured. So with a nostrum of this hellish sort, we made these hills and valleys our resort, and ravaged them more deadly than the pest. These hands have ministered the deadly bane to thousands who have perished. I remain to hear quo murderers extolled and blessed. So why should you still rack your mind? Surely a worthy man does wheel who can with diligence excel. In our tradition has assigned you elder fathers for compliance and honor what he taught your worth, your youth. If in your prime you further science, your son may reach an even higher truth. Happy he who still can hope to rise, emerging from the sea of fear and doubt. What no man knows alone could make us wise. And what we know we well do without. But let not mortal troubles cast their shade before this hour of sweet content has run. Mark now the glimmering in the leafy glades of dwellings gilded by the setting sun. Now slants the fiery god towards the west, hasting away, but seeking in his ground new life, for I long to join his quest. On tireless wings, uplifted from the ground, then should I see in deathless evening light the world in cradled stillness at my feet, each valley hushed fire touching every height, while silver brooks and golden rivers meet. The mountains could not check my godlike flight with wild ravine or savage rocky ways, but lo, the sea with warm and tranquil bays would hold its beauty to my wondering sight. And now at length a sun god seems to sink, yet stirs my heart with new awakened might. The streams of quenchless light I long to drink, before me day and far behind the night. The heavens above me and the waves below a lovely dream, but gone with set of sun. Ah me, the pinions by the spirit won bring us no flight that mortal sight can know, and yet an inborn impulse bids us rise. as with an aspiration constant, strong when lost, from sight in blue and dazzling skies, the skylark scatters thrilling shafts of song. Or when above the pines and mountain trees, the eagles wide of pinion veer and sway, and far across the open plains and sea, the stately cranes will wing their homeward way. I've times myself when fancies fill my mind, but not with any longing of that kind. We soon grow sick of seeing woods and fields. I never envy birds their wings. My need is all for books, from page to page to read. Ah, what a different joy sweet study is. Then winter nights are glad, though winds may whistle. Then limbs are warmed as with a blissful mirth. For when we spread a precious scroll or missal, the joy of heaven itself comes down to earth. By this one passion you are quite possessed. You'd best admit no other to a share. Two souls, alas, are housed within my breast, and each will wrestle for the mastery. The one has passion's craving crude for love, and hugs a world where sweet the senses rage. The other longs for pastures fair above, leaving the murk for lofty heritage. Oh, spirits, if there be, that range the air, swaying in potency twixt heaven and earth, come down from out your golden sky live. Bear me to beauteous life another birth. Then, yea, if a cloak of magic could be mine, with power to bear me far in foreign lands, I would not change it for the raiment fine, or monarch throned with royal star and band. Nay, call not on the well-known fatal horde that floats and spreads upon the twilight arc to loose their store of evil things abroad and brew mankind 1,000 dangers dark. And from the north the sharp-toothed spirits fly a plague and pierce you with their arrowy tongues. Or from the east they swarm and parch you dry and feed upon your lungs. When noonday sends the desert's flaming pests with fierce and fiercer brunt to beat the brain, refreshing hosts give promise from the west, only to drown with deluge field and plate. These sprites have ready ears on evil bent, pretend obedience, planning to defeat us, assume the form of things from heaven sent, and lisp with angel tongues their lies to cheat us. But let us go. The gray of evening falls, the air is chilled, the creeping mists arise. Dusk is the hour when homely firelight calls. Why stay you, sir, and gaze with earnest eyes? What sight can grip you in the eventide? Do you see a jet-black dog now scampering wide through corn and stubble? Him I have espied some time ago, but gave him not a thought. Look closer now with care, and say what sort of beast you think he is. Why, sir, a hound of poodle breed who snuffs his way around to find his master. Mark the spiral trail with which he comes from far, yet even nigher encircling us, unless my senses fail. His track is traced with little tongues of fire. Some optical illusion, sir, maybe. He's nothing but a poodle dog to me. It seems like magic tracing of a snare or meshes in a future pathway spread. I'm sure he seeks his master everywhere and frets to find you strangers here instead. Circle narrows, bring him near. A dog, sir, see no phantom have we here. He growls misdoubts and settles on his hocks and wags his tail. All canine orthodox, come here then, sir, come with us. The animal has all the poodle's fuss, for if you stop, he stays expectant too. You speak, and he'll come jumping up at you. Try him, he'll know the good retriever's trick, or dash onto the water for your stick. Friends, you are right. This cunning, quaint result is due to training, nothing here occult. A dog that hears his trainer and complies can win affection even from the wise, and this one earns your grace with his discerning. He, scholar-like, looks up to men of learning.